Alrighty, folks, sorry about the delayed start, but welcome to the NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series. Brought to you by the Unified iRacing League. Had a little bit of an issue getting going, but we're up and going. We're coming to green. David Duke was able to grab the pole here tonight for the race here at Auto Club Speedway. And sorry if I have any issues. I've got internet going in and out right now, but we're going to get this one underway. David Duke out in front, bringing them the green. Auto Club race number 2, Brandon Thomas grabbed the second spot here because we're getting ready to roll to green here tonight. And we are green here at Auto Club Speedway. Everybody up to speed here already in the turn. Number 1 and 2 out in front. David Duke there right behind the 78 machine. David Duke there in the 78 machine leads the way. They're working their way around lap number 1 here at Auto Club Speedway. Everybody up to speed here. Out in the back straightaway, it's David Duke trying to edge out in front. Down the back straightaway we go. Great battle up in front already here. Outside, that's going to be Brandon Thomas going at it. Brandon Thomas taking over the race lead here. Again, right now, Brandon trying to fight back, but David leads lap number 1 here at Auto Club Speedway. David Duke out in front of this thing. Thomas second. Beal in third. Everybody's 3 wide now up in front. Down the track straightaway once again. And we get a little bit of janky connection tonight, but we're going to stay with it. David Duke on the outside of the 83 right now. That's Beal going for the race lead on the bottom. Beal to the inside, the 7 right there behind them. All is nose to tail. The 7 on the inside right now is Chris, trying to work his way through right now out front. Beal, green fellow out front. Great run by Beal, taking over the race lead. He'll get by David Duke. David Duke drops back a bit. Alexandria back there also. In the 29, Bob the Builder right there trying to work his way through. Robert Mathis up here in the front 5 cars as well. Mathis right there around the bottom, 3 of 100 complete. Here tonight on the club battle up front. That's going to be Chris to the race lead. Downing to the front of the pack here. Another lead change early on. Downing in the 7 able to take the race lead as they work their way through right now. David Duke sitting back there in third. Beal and Taylor, your top 5. 5 laps on the books this time by. Brandon Thomas dropping back into 3. That is Brandon there in that 3 ButtKicker machine. Dropping back right now to 7th. Nathan back there in 8th. Doug in 9th as they work their way on turn number 4. Meanwhile, out in front, that's still Chris leading the way, leading this thing to the bottom of the racetrack. Lap number 5 on the board this time by. Out front, Downing leads the way. Alexander Hendra right there behind him. Nose to tail. Draft huge tonight at Auto Club as they work their way down the back straightaway. The 29 machine, Alexander jumps out of line. Can he get to the bottom of the 7 Goodwin machine? He does. Battle for the race lead once again. Lap number 5 on the board here already. And to the bottom goes the 29 of Alex David Duke right there behind him also. David Duke in that number 78 CMC machine. Trying to work his way back forward, starting on the pole. What about Beal back here? Chris Schooler back here in the mix. Taking a look there at Schooler. Good run for him on board with Chris Schooler. They work their way down the back straightaway right now. Schooler hanging on right now. On the inside, he's going to get past the outside. That's Oscar in that 51 Coke Energy machine. Going to take over the race. Take over the spot here. Oscar up to 8th in the 51. He'll be right behind Robert Mathis. You see Mathis right in front of him. Again, 7 complete of 100 here tonight. Chris still out in front on board with Chris. leading the way as they work their way into turn 1 and 2. Downing out in front. The Chris leads the way here as they work their way down the back straightaway. You see the 29 right there with them. 78 a little bit further back. David Duke trying to make progress in that CMC machine behind him. Stringfellow along with Brandon Thomas, Taylor Gentry, and Robert Mathis all in the top 10 right now. 8 laps complete at the stripe this time here at Auto Club Speedway. It's 2.5 mile racetrack here tonight. Drafting is going to be a big part of this evening. What about Chris Scholar and Oscar Jensen? Jensen right there in 9th. Doug in 10th. They'll go single file. Again, early on, 8 laps complete at 100 this evening. 8 of 100 in the books. Ethan back there in 11th. Dakota Camper back there in 12th. Chris out in front. Big move up in front. That's the 29 to the back bumper to 7th. Lap number 10 on the board this time by. Here we go. They'll work the middle lane. Nothing doing. Chris hanging on out front right now in front of the 29. Chris in front. Downing in 2nd. Ends at Alexandra 3rd. David Duke in 4th. Bill Stringfellow in 5th. Brandon Thomas in the top 5 as well. Good run for Brandon Thomas in the 3. Guys, I'll do a Paul. Ooh, car on the outside wall. Brandon Thomas into the fence. He'll gather it back up once again. Thomas into the outside wall. He's going to dent the side of that number 3 machine. Again, 10 of 100 complete here tonight. Behind him, Oscar Jensen and Chris Scholar. Right there, Nathan and Camper all in this battle. Great racing back here. A couple of cars, 2 and 3, 2 wide, 2 rows deep. That's the 31 working forward of Schooler. Meanwhile, Hendry, look at this. Hendry coming under fire from David Duke for a top 2 position. David Duke right there, right behind the 29 of Hendry. Duke and Hendry going at it. And Duke to the bottom, Hendry on the outside. Duke really has to fire that car off in there to make it work. David Duke back to 2nd. David Duke in that number 78 CMC machine. Running P2 right now. Falling right in line with Chris Downing. Early on at Auto Club. And folks, early on, we're going to go crank it up. Here at Auto Club Speedway, 11 of 100 complete here at Auto Club. back here with you. See David Duke in the 78 making the move to the bottom for the race lead right now. Great racing up front. David Duke alongside. Right now, Downing trying to hold him back there as they fight their way through. Lap number 15 on the board this time by. 15 laps complete this time by. Side by side up front, David Duke trying to get the lead away from the 7 machine, but that bottom lane might be going away just a little bit. 15 laps in. Starting to get a little bit of tire wear on these cars, and that can really start to affect things as we work our way through here. David Duke doing a great job hanging on right there. On the bottom though, outside of him, Downing fighting back. Great battle, Downing and Duke. Down off of turn number 4 now. They'll get lined up down the front straightaway into the race lead. David Duke goes. And the old Stringfellow right there behind him. Alexander Hendrive right there also, the 29, good wrench machine. Duke out front now moves to the bottom for the 83. Again, basically a plate race out front right now. Again, 17 on the board this time by. 83 all sorts out of shape. David Duke pulling away right now. Duke out in front. 83 of Stringfellow right there with him. Side by side. 17 on the board of 100 this time by. Everybody doing everything they can. Right now out in front, David Duke maintaining the race lead. Hendry, Downing, Gentry, all these guys right in line here, side by side up front. Stringfellow gonna get by. And he'll get it done. New race leader, Bill to the race lead. Alexander almost a second here in the 29. The 7 will down Downing trying to get back into the top 3 as well. Back behind him, you got Oscar. You got Schooler. Cody Camper back here also. Great run there for the 31. You see Schooler get a little close to the side of that 51 Coke Energy machine. But he'll pull back away, try to side draft a little bit down the front straightaway, side by side into 1 and 2. And Coke Energy Ford Mustang on the top side, trying to hang on to position. Meanwhile, great battling out front as well. Hard to keep a camera on all these battles, so we're just going to go this way with it. Let's try it this way, see if it helps. You see from high above Auto Club Speedway, the top 5, 6 cars right here in a row. See the 7 working to the top side, trying to follow David Duke by. Drop back here to Oscar and these guys as well. Everybody pretty much single file right now. Down the front, straight away here. And you see them working their way through, coming by you right now. And you see everybody working their way through right now. Great racing out in front right now. Bill leads the way. Bill trying to hang on now, back at it right now. Bill back to the race lead. Now David Duke making a move. Here comes Duke on the bottom. David Duke in the 78 machine doing everything he can. Duke to the inside of the racetrack right now, trying to hang on. David Duke on the inside now. Down the front, straight away they come. Duke doing a great job, trying to work the inside line to get the race lead back. Alexander falling in line right behind those 2 in front of him. 3-car breakaway here, 20 laps complete. And what a race here so far for the NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series. Brought to you by the Unified iRacing League here on Extreme Sim TV. Boy, these guys are putting on a show. Side by side up front, they continue to run. David Duke gonna inch out a spot right now. Let's hop on board with Bill running the top side here. 21 complete at the stripe, and Duke's gonna lead it that time by. Duke leads the way that time by. David Duke on the bottom. Everybody fighting their way through. Duke, the 29 of Alexandra, Chris Downey, Taylor Gentry right there also. 3 wide almost for the race lead. Bill out in front, Oscar back there. in the 51 machine, trying to inch his way forward. Now David Duke back to the race lead. You see them all get out of shape there out of turn number 4. A bunch of them spreading out here as we're coming up on the first quarter of this race being in the books. Again, 22 of 100 complete here tonight. 22 of these 100 laps complete here tonight. Right now, David Duke out front, Bill Street, fellow right there, Chris Downey, and Taylor Gentry, Alexander Hendry, Robert Mathis. Your top 6. Top 6 cars right now, 23 laps complete. This time by David Duke, still maintaining the race lead in that 78 machine, right up in front of the 83 of Bill. Chris Downing and Alexander Hendry right there as well. 23 of 100 complete this time by. When will we start looking at our first stops of the evening? My guess is somewhere between 35 and 40 laps. We got another battle for the race lead, 83 to the inside. Dakota Camper back there trying to work his way forward, but we can't leave the front right now. Bill back to the bottom, 3 wide behind them. Taking a look right here between the 17, 34, and 51. 3 wide off into turn 4. Great room being given by these cars. Again, 24 on the board. Meanwhile, side by side up front. Out front, Bill Stringfellow, David Duke drops back. Chris coming through. Downing coming through. Hendry right there. Taylor Gentry trying to do everything he can as well. And caution. First yellow on the Speedway here. See if we can find what happened. I don't see what happened. While we try to find it, we'll go to a quick commercial break. Be right back here in a moment. All right back here at Auto Club Speedway as pit stops are underway here. First round of stops underway. Get everybody back up to speed here in just a moment. Matt Miller and that 98 machine going to take over the race lead with a bit of pit strategy. Joey right there as well playing the same game. Just a little bit of pit strategy for those two. And it looks like they did not make their box. Let's see what happens. See if they come back down here in just a moment. Get Matt Miller up in front. And let's see if we can grab someone in the Discord here. If we can get a hold of somebody. And indeed, those two cars that did not stop there will come back down now. And we're going to get up here in the good old broadcast booth. Still 26 on 100 laps complete. Give old David Duke a holla. And hey, David Duke, Matt up in booth, got me.
Hey, Matt, how's it going, bud?
Going pretty good, man, with some crazy racing up front there for a little bit, buddy.
Man, that was some good racing up here. Really enjoyed it. I just started with these guys. Obviously, this is a new season, but I just started with these guys, just trying to fill everything out. But I want to try to stay up here.
Alrighty, man. Well, I know you're getting ready to come to green here. Best of luck to you in that CMC machine, and we'll holler at you maybe later on tonight.
Yeah, copy.
10-4, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward here, David. I know you're getting ready to go green, man, but good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
All right, David Duke, the driver of the 70 or 78 machine. Getting ready to bring them back to green. Not much time here to gather our thoughts here. Crazy first half as we get ready to go back green flag racing. Base car will dive down pit road, and we'll turn them back green once again here at Auto Club Speedway. Field coming to green. Out front, Bill and David Duke. Chris back there as well. Dakota Camper inside the top 5 as we go green. And it's going to be 28 on the board. Out of 100 tonight at Auto Club. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Everybody up to speed. Down the front straightaway, a bunch of cars coming at you here for turn number 1. Again, 28 on 100 complete here tonight. And side by side up front, David Duke jumps in line. Chris Downing back there on the top side. Here comes the 7 of Downing to the race lead. Duke shoots to the bottom, nowhere to go. Couple of cars behind them shooting down as well. Taking a look at Robert Mathis back here in the middle of the pack. This is where it's going to get dicey. All fresh tires. Chris Downing up front trying to hang on. Here comes the 83 machine of Spring Fellow right there behind him. Oscar Jensen back there in the mix. Again, just 28 of 100 complete here tonight. Now 29 on the board out of 100 this evening. Everybody doing the dance here trying to hang on. 29 laps of the 100 complete. Of course, weird by his absence, Brian Morningstar not out here with us tonight after the win last week. Everybody fighting their way through 30 on the board. 30 of 100 complete here tonight. Look out front, that's 17 at Dakota Camper. Trying to gain some ground. Look at the 83 now up there with Oscar right there for second. Oscar trying to hang on to that spot in that Coke Zero machine. Oscar blinking out a little bit. Chris Downing pulling away. Lap number 30 on the board. As they fight their way through. Again, we head over to Atlanta Motor Speedway next week for what should be a 124 lap race on September the 26th. And then we'll head to Bristol on October the 3rd. And right now, Chris Downing out front, Oscar second, Dakota Camper back here. Taking a look at Alexandra back there fifth. David Duke has dropped to sixth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, it's the Butcher in the 88, running seventh right now. Taylor Butcher Benjamin right there in the 88 machine, having a good run here tonight. Everybody doing everything they can. Just shy of 31 out of 100 complete here tonight. Now, as everybody works their way through, David Duke right there with the 88 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. And of course, your points leader coming in tonight, Morningstar not here tonight. So there's a chance for some of these guys that right there in points, including this corner of Nathan coming into tonight's second points. Good shot at for him to gain some ground on Morningstar. What about Kyle Spees, who was in the top 4 in points? Well, right now, Kyle Spees trying to fight his way forward in the 36. Right now in 7th. Kyle having a good run here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. Again, 33 laps complete. Right there behind his SRN teammate, David Duke. Those cars running back in the back a little ways. Everything's calmed down a bit this run. 33 on the board. The 7 machine of Downing out front. Right now, pretty good run for him. Well, you see Alexander right there in 49. Side-by-side battle back behind them. That's Dakota Camper and David Duke. David Duke going to the bottom. Teammate Kyle Speed's going to follow him on through in the 36 at the beginning. Though he's got the lift. Couldn't get there. Couldn't get the pass made here at lap number 35. Taylor Butcher Benjamin trying to work his way forward. Everybody in line down the back straightaway here at Auto Club. Again, 35 will go on the board this time by. Great races here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. The 36 of Kyle Speeds dropping to the bottom. Here comes old Speeds fighting his way through. And to the top 5, he may go. He'll get by the 17. Following his teammate there into 6th. His teammate up in the top 5, 17, losing some ground. That's Dakota Camper dropping back. You'll have the 97 on the bottom. That's going to get a little dicey down the back straightaway. See great racing all the way around right here. Just 35 laps complete here tonight. That 17 dropping back. He's going to get shots coming from Taylor here in just a moment. Taylor to the bottom. But I'll tell you what, the race leader out there, Downing, has kind of set himself up to be a car to beat here tonight. Chris Downing there in the 7. Doing a wonderful job out front right now. Downing doing everything he needs to do. Downing out in front. As we find our way through right now. Downing hanging on. And keep in mind, Team KSR or KBSR is your team points leaders. We got a caution on the racetrack. And Schooler and Bob, Chris Schooler in the 21, a part of that team that is leading the points right now. Yellow out on the racetrack. What happened to Schooler here? Not quite sure. Let's go back and take a look. Chris Schooler there in the 31. Brings out the second yellow of the night. Schooler's on the outside of the 88. And Speeds gets in the outside wall, comes down into Schooler. 88 gets collected. That could have been a lot worse. Taylor Butcher Benjamin goes into the outside wall. One more look at it. We'll look at it at about half speed here. As they come off the corner, Speeds goes up the racetrack. Gets into the outside wall, comes down into the 88 and the 31. Look at some of these cars making evasive moves. The 54 gets by. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. Everybody on the brakes. And yellow out here, lap number 30. 8 of 100. Man. Caution back out on the racetrack here at lap number 38. Let's see who we can talk to. We got Alexander out front. Let's grab him. In drive leading the way. Let's see if we can find Alexandria. up or down here somewhere. Old Bob the Builder. See if we can get a word in with him. Hope he's not going to pit road. Wait to double check, make sure he's not coming down. Don't want to pull him and him come to pit road busy doing something. Again, thank you everybody for coming out here tonight on Extreme TV's coverage of the NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series, brought to you by the Unified iRacing League. 29 staying out, so we're gonna grab him. Hey, Bob the Builder, man, you got a copy?
I hear you, man.
Alrighty, man. Well, you're building your way into a top winning car here tonight. Car looks strong.
Hey, it feels strong, man.
Alrighty, man. Well, what's it like out there? The draft playing a pretty big effect on you guys tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Trying to be conservative and aggressive at the same time. It normally doesn't work out, but I mean, we're having some pretty fun racing up front. I've managed to stay in the top 4 or 5 throughout the night, and hold on, be taking the bottom here, Garrison. And yeah, it's strong, fun racing up here.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll let you go. Get ready for a restart.
Yes, sir.
Before I let you go, Bob the Builder, my fiance wants to know if you met Dora the Explorer yet.
Yeah.
Alrighty, buddy. Go have fun out there.
I appreciate it, man.
Alright, there you go, Bob the Builder, Alexander Andra out in front. And we'll get him moved. And get him back down there to general. Oh, wrong place. Gotta go control tower. Rip. My fault. Alright, getting ready to go back green once again. What's going to be 39 and 100 complete. As we roll down the back straightaway right now, getting ready to go back green at flag racing. Alexandria will bring them to green. 8 to his outside. As we get ready to go once again. Here we go. One more time, side by side. 40 laps on the board this time by NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series. We'll go back green at Auto Club. Good start up front, a little janky behind them. Everybody working their way back up to speed. Lap number 40 on the board. Alexandra Hendra out front. Garrison to his outside, Garrison to his inside. Boy, this brother's going at it. Garrison and Eric Garrison up to the top of the field here. Getting after it right now inside the top 5. And Dry trying to hang on to the 29. We got a caution. Yellow on the racetrack. Gonna try to get you a possible number here. Dakota Camper involved, the 3 involved, the 32, the 11, a massive incident. What happened here, folks, is, up in front of them. Man, alive, that was a huge impact. The 17 was involved. There's the 5, here comes the 11. Just a massive checkup. Man, oh man, the 77, the 5, the 3. All involved. One more look at it here. Brandon Thomas involved in this one as the yellows back out once again. One more look at it as they were coming down the back straightaway. Something went awry. Still on board with Brandon here. Thomas was sitting right there beside the 88. All this went awry in front of him. I'll bring the yellow back out for just the 3rd time here tonight. This was a pretty massive incident. See up in front of them, everybody starts getting checked up. 14's going to go, I believe that's 14 getting turned sideways. 17's trying to get down, trying to get on the brakes. And the 3, nowhere to go. He'll get clear of that. Let's see. Almost clear. Gets in the grass here. Car starts to turn around on him. And yep, and around goes Brandon. Go to Camper in the 17 hard in the outside wall. Camper right there. 5 in the fence up on the top side. Boy, oh boy, that was a mess. Joe there in the 5, big impact for him. One more look at it. As they came down the back straightaway, it all went wrong. Here at Auto Club Speedway. See here. You can see it. The 5 was thinking out. He had a little bit of a problem. Go 7 to 21, make contact. That's what triggers all this. Man. Michael Shore was involved with everything getting triggered. We'll look at it here. Shore was running 3 wide here going into turn 3. The 21 to his outside. One more look at it here as they were 3 wide. Shore in the bottom. He comes up into the 21 of Menard. Menard's car of number 40 here if you can. Get 21 registered, and that kind of triggered the 54 involved. A massive incident here. When they're running this close together, something like this happens, it tends to collect. It's like a sweeper, man. It just sweeps everybody up into it. Boom, big impact for that Toyota Camry. And just everybody behind them nowhere to go. 3 down there in the grass. You seen the 3 had it missed. Got in the grass, lost the car. And just everybody else, the 36 gets caught up in it. Those speeds, and that brings the yellow back out. Lap number 43, Alexander will lead them to green once again. Behind the iRacing pace car. Alexander up front, Garrison second. Eric Garrison third. That's the way they run right now at Auto Club. Everybody coming back to speed. Lap number 44 this time. Coming to 44 this time by. It's going to be the 8 on the top side. Here we go. This time by. Here we go. Green flag in the air once again. Back up to speed. Everybody comes through the start finish line. 44 on the board this time by. 44 of 100 laps complete. Everybody working their way into turn 1. Everybody working their way through 4 or 500 complete. Everybody hanging on. Racing up front, Garrison trying to hang on 4 wide behind them possibly. David Duke in the middle of that mess. 4 wide at Auto Club. These guys working their way through up to the race lead. Garrison takes over. But one, a race behind them now, 3 wide. Duke has to win. Oh my goodness. 2, 3 wide right now out of turn number 2. Duke in the middle now, 4 wide down the back straightaway. Everybody looking for running room here, 45 complete. David Duke caught on the outside. Alexander through the middle and almost contact with David. He'll get back in the line. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Now 2, 3, 4 wide contact. Around goes the 29. That's going to be a yellow. Around goes Alexandria. Into the grass. Man, oh man, let's go back and take a look. Hendra gets turned into the grass. We're going to take a look at this because this is going to be pretty epic. As they were coming off turn 4, no caution for this. But look at the contact here. He gets punted into the grass onto pit road. Great job not hitting anything. Man, oh man, great job. Great driving by Alexander. He's going to get a penalty, though, for unsafe pit road entry. But great job not hitting anything for Alexander. Now, as we continue, lap number 47 of 100 completed tonight, Oscar Jensen and Stringfellow and Garrison, your top 3 right now. Your most compelling car, strong car tonight, Alexander Hendra, got turned down off the corner, off the embankment of the front straightaway in the pit road. He's going to have a long road back. He wants to get back in contention for this one. Man, one car blinking behind him, 48 on the board this time by. 48 of 100 complete, Oscar Jensen out front. Hendra back in right now. 26th. He is being scored on the lead lap. I believe the admins might have cleared his black flag for that unsafe entry due to the fact that he got turned down there. But right now, 48 of 100 complete. Look back here in 11th of Kyle Speed. Back here in a mix of bumblebees around him. Mathis right there, Speed. Schooler in the mix. 50 on the board this time by. Everybody fighting their way through. Oscar out in front. Battle right now for second with Chris in the 83 of Bill Stringfellow. Stringfellow trying to work his way through Derek M. Garrison. Back there in fourth, Taylor Gentry in a fifth as we work our way. Lap number 50 on the board. So 50 complete this time by. Let's take a look. After top 5 halfway. After 49 laps, Oscar out front, Bill Stringfellow, Derek M. Garrison, and Taylor Gentry. Your top 5 after just 49 of the 100 laps here tonight. Down the back straightaway, everybody does everything they can. 50 of 100 in the books. Jensen out in front. Oscar Jensen leads the way. Everybody hanging on. Again, 50 laps to go in auto car. Bill sitting right here in third. Taylor in fourth. .52 on the board this time by. Kyle Speed's right there having a good run as well. .51 and 100 laps complete to 9 right there behind the 36. Great racing right now, nose to tail off of turn number 4. Them right there side by side now, be here tonight. David Duke still hanging on back to the race, or back to 7th for David. David led much of the race earlier, and then Hendra was able to take over for a little bit, but now with Hendra deep in the pack, maybe these guys can fight back and somewhat take back over control of this one here at 52 laps complete. And right now, everybody hanging on. Yeah, 53 of 100 complete here tonight. 7 out there trying to hang on to Chris Downing. Downing out there in P2. Oscar pulling away right now. One thing about tonight, we're guaranteed a new winner here is Morningstar. Did not start tonight at Auto Club. And again, next week we'll take that hop over to Atlanta Motor Speedway. These cars will unload at Atlanta next Saturday night. And caution on the racetrack. And I believe that is going to be Steve in trouble. Indeed it is. Take a look at what happened to Steve here. What happened to Mr. Steve? Running side by side there with the 21 up the racetrack here. And turn number 4 is going to get him in trouble. You know, a little bit of contact puts him in the grass, brings the caution out. He slides back out on the racetrack, and one car comes through and gets nailed. Who was that? Trying to go back and take a look here. Somebody come through and got clobbered. Was that the 30, the 12? Holy cow. Man. Well, John Green's plate. Nowhere to go. We'll take one more look at it. Green slate, there's nowhere to go. Whammo! Into the outside wall. Bam. Tough deal for Green slate. Nowhere to go there, gets collected. And that car comes around with him. Front end absolutely demolished on that number 12 Cobra machine. Bringing the caution back out. Lap number 55 here. Of 100 complete. Oscar coming down pit road. Now what does Hendry do here? Does he come down pit road? No, he can make up some spots if he stays out, but it looks like he's going to come down. He's going to play the safe bet here at lap 57. He's probably think he's got half of the race to get back up there. He'll come down pit road as well. Buller stays out. Thomas stays out. And Camper stays out. If we can get a hold of one of these 3 or 4. Hey Brandon, Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Alrighty, man. Well, you're staying out here. A little bit of a gutsy call here. Do you think the tires are going to matter a lot here?
Well, I mean, the main thing behind the call was I was involved in that wreck earlier. It caused me to take another set of tires, so I'm down to 2 sets. So I'm saving them for a little bit later with my fast repair.
And 4, buddy, with that butt kicker machine still got a little bit of damage, but at least, you know, trying to get your race back on track here.
Tempting to here. Trying to stay out of the bullshit.
10-4, buddy. It's been a crazy half of this race.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild.
And I think you just invented another Extreme Sim TV shirt, buddy. Just saying.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get this butt kicker machine over to the podium spot.
10-4, I'll have your shirt out to you this week.
All right, sounds good.
See you later, buddy.
Later, bud.
Alrighty, here we go. Double file, 57 and 100 complete here tonight. And everybody double file once again. Getting ready to go back green. Everybody side by side. Getting ready to go back green here this evening. 57 and 100 laps in the books here this evening. As we all get ready to go. Again, coming up on just over 40 odd laps to go here when we get the green. Here we go. Cars side by side. David Duke back there in the pack, but look at Alexander, man. He's back in the ball game if he can get this car back going. And drive restart in 26. Here we go. Green flag. Everybody back up to speed once again. We'll check in on Alexander here as he comes up to speed in the 29 machine, trying to work his way back from the back of the pack. I have the strongest car here. Up to the top side, Schooler out in front. Big mess front of turns 1 and 2. We got him wrecking off at turn 2. It's going to be a Mayway. The 34 involved. As we were checking in on the back. Holy macarolis. The 34 caught up in this mess. Mathis going around. Alright, let's go back and see what happened. As they were coming into turns 1, 2, here. Mathis on the bottom. He wasn't the one that caused it. Oh, melee time. Boy, oh boy, tons of cars. Royd, one more look at it. As yellow back out here, lap number 9. I believe that was the Coke Zero car. Got turned around of Oscar. You see right there, there's the contact up in front of this whole pack. That triggered this mess off of turn number 2. And on the apron right there you have it. You see the 31's getting turned around. And Oscar's trying to stay off of him. The 31 comes down. And this is just going to go really bad, really fast. 7 sneaks through. The 3 sneaks through. 17's going to sneak through. The 78 is going to somehow maybe get through this. As the 51 starts to head back up the racetrack here. And at this point, there's cars nowhere for them to go. First car is going to make contact is going to be the 34 here, I believe. He does. That rips the car around. And here goes the melee. It could have been a lot worse than what it was. The 77 coming along, nowhere to go. A pound right into the side. See the 34 getting hooked up there. A separate incident that kind of got Mathis. They're still wrecking the 7 sideways on up the racetrack. But the 34 of Mathis had the original wreck cleared. Go back and we take a look again here. About 5 seconds back. Mathis had the original wreck cleared. And you're going to see it. But he's wrecking. Mathis is going to get by this and wash up the racetrack here. So really 2 separate incidents here. Mathis up the racetrack. And he just runs out of up room. The 19's there. And he gets a little out of shape in the end of the 19. I believe if the 19 hadn't been there, he was out of shape. He could have probably caught that car. But with that 19 there, it just... Then the 98 gets collected. One of them deals where 1 wreck turns into 2. You miss the first one, you don't miss the second one. Cars around once again. Caution back out on lap number 61 of 100 tonight. You see that 11 couldn't get through. And we'll get everybody ready to go once again after a round of stops. David Duke on the front row. along with the 7 of Chris, will bring them back to green. Hendry still back there in 22nd. He has worked his way forward a little bit. David Duke and Chris Downey up front. Downing up there right with David Duke going after it for the start of this one. As we get ready to go once again. Side by side front row, 61 and 100 complete here tonight. Everybody back up to speed, 62 now on the board of 100 here tonight. Now everybody back single mile up in front. Chris Downey right up there with the race lead. Nathan David Duke there in the top 3. The 97 and back right there. For the 971, excuse me, Nathan Moyer working his way forward. Right now, Butcher Benjamin right there in the mix. Works their way down the front straightaway. God, near by the 7 and the 8. That's Derek M. and Garrison. A little bit of contact with the 7 of Chris. Downing now 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. Goodness gracious, these guys are going at it. That's Nathan on the very high side. 3 wide for the race lead. And they're going to work it out. Derek to the race lead now down the back straightaway. Now look at the pushing going on here. It's going to be the 971 of Moyer doing everything he can. Man, Orlando Live up front, they're going at it. David Duke back here in the pack, he's going to lose some ground. Where's Hendry? That's going to be the question. Alexander Hendry up to 13. You see Hendry coming in the 29 machine, trying to fight his way back. Strong race car earlier on tonight. Got caught up into an incident. Hendry fighting his way through. Up in front, Garrison hanging on. Garrison hanging on right now, holding on to the race lead. He's got a challenge from Downing. Downing second. Moyer third. Butcher Benjamin now set in fourth. Great top 4 as they work their way down the front straightaway again. Eric Garrison back there in the 6th spot. Joey doing a great job in the number 9 inside what should be the top 11 or 10 or so. Man, they're changing spots so rapidly, it's unreal. Downing still up front trying to do everything he can. In drive just outside of the top 10. Up to 12th in the 29 Goodyear or Good Wrench machine. '66 on the board. Right now the 7 up front, up near the front with Derek. Helmet Garrison leads the way, Downing second, Benjamin third. 66 of 100 laps complete here tonight. '66 of 100 in the books. These guys fighting it out here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. Downing, Garrison, all in that top 10 right now. Single file down the front straightaway one more time. Everybody trying to figure it out. Get it going here. Right now, everybody hanging on. 68 of 100 complete. As we work our way through. 68 on the board this time by. That's 8. up in front of Garrison. Downing in second with 68 laps to go. Or excuse me, 68 complete of the 100 here tonight. Right now, everybody fighting their way through right now. Downing P2, Butcher Benjamin 3rd, Forrest Schooler, Nathan 5th, Taylor Gentry 6th, Joey 7th, Eric in 8th, David Duke runs in 9th. Here comes Hendry into the top 10. Alexander doing his best to turn the night around into the top 10 here tonight. .69 of 100 complete. Up front, that is Derek Evers hanging on. .69 and 100 laps complete here tonight. Garrison out front. Downing in second, Butcher Benjamin in third. 70 on the board this time by. On the board out of 100 here tonight. .70 100 complete. Derek M. Garrison out in front. .71 and 100 complete this time by. Everybody doing everything they can, fighting their way through here early on, or later on here at Auto Club Speedway, and drive back into the top 10. Good run for Hendry. Garrison right there in front of him. Hendry really trying to make up the ground that he lost early on getting into that accident. That caution kind of saved him. David Duke has slid back to 10th. Joshua in 11th, and then you got David's teammate Collins back here in 13th. Again, 72 and 100 complete right now. Derek M. Garrison out in front of a side-by-side battle by Butcher Benjamin and Mr. Chris Downing for second right now. Everybody fighting their way through. Oh, car on the outside wall, that's Benjamin. He'll get in the wall, and that's going to let everybody work their way back through. And yellow on the racetrack. And that's Dakota Camper going for a ride off of turn number 4. What in the world happened here? The 17 and the 34 Dakota Camper back here. Going to get into the outside wall. And Camper scrubs it. Gets it pretty good here. Probably going to overcorrect the car. And come right down into the side of the 34 here. Pretty heavy contact. Both cars going to get jacked sideways right here. And yellow is out. And caution on the Speedway, lap number 74. Garrison out in front right now. 74 laps complete. Again, 74 complete of 100 as Garrison brings them to pit road. Everybody coming down pit road once again. Put everybody back on pit road once again here. Get ready to go one more time. Now we'll back on the Speedway. Everybody ready to go one more time? As we get ready to go. '17 brings it to pit road. Schooler to take over the race lead. 76 on 100 complete. Lights out on the pace car once again. '31 top side, Derek M. Garrison bottom. Downing in third. Taylor Gentry in fourth. Fifth is Nathan Moyer. As they run here. '76, so 100 laps complete. As we get ready to go, Schooler out in front. Here we go. Side by side, 77 on the board this time. And green flag going to fly. Garrison Schooler, your front row here. 77 on the board at Auto Club. 77, 100 laps complete. Fighting their way down the back straightaway once again. A little bit of contact there behind them. It looked like it got a little close between the 31 and 7, but they'll hang on to it. More contact behind them. One car high up the racetrack, he'll hang on to it. It's the 50. Ooh, that's Hendry into the outside wall as well. Alexander Hendry bouncing off the wall. 78 on the board. David Duke back here in this mess of cars as well. 78 and 100 complete here tonight. Everybody fighting their way through. Hendry dropping back. May have got sustained a little bit of damage on that number 29 machine. It's hurting him right now. 78 on the board. Hendry dropping back. try dropping way back right now. Brakes up in front. 79 and 100 complete. $79 of 100 laps complete here at Auto Club. Indra out front. Schooler, Garrison, Boyer, David Duke behind them also. $80 on the board this time by. Meanwhile, up near the front. Schooler Downing up front. $80 on the board this time by. As we work our way through lap number 80 and 100 on the board. Everybody doing everything they can. With 20 laps to go this time by. Of 100 complete. One car up the racetrack. They'll hang on to it. Everybody doing everything they can. With 20 laps to go. Downing and Schooler pulling away. Great runs for those two tonight. David Duke and Mr. Taylor Gentry back here in the battle. For about the fifth, sixth spot. Joshua and Doug Neal all in the top 10 right now with 19 laps to go. On board with Schooler trying to run down Downing. Out in front of the pack, 19 to go this time by. They'll jump in the line once again. Now, folks, I'm going to do you one more crank it up here. Then I'll be right back with you for the end of this one here tonight at Auto Club. Back here with you as we continue. 14 laps to go. You see Downing with a 0.5 of a second lead over Garrison. Behind him, they're closing in a little bit. 13 to go now. Downing out in front. Schooler and David Duke third and fourth. Nice battle for a top 3 spot here with 13 laps to go. Duke trying to work his way to the bottom of Schooler as they work their way off of turn number 2. David Duke draws alongside. Try to get that number 78 machine into the top 3. He does a good job getting to the bottom. Having to lift though a little bit. Trying to pull off the pass here. Coming to 12 laps to go at Auto Club. Right now 12 to go at Auto Club Speedway. Side by side, third on back. But right now, the battle is between Garrison and Downing for the race lead. Garrison closing the gap just a little bit. We're right on board with him down the front back straightaway here. He tries to close the gap even more. Downing trying to hang on out front. Downing doing a great job hanging on so far. We'll come to see 11 laps to go this time by. With a sideways action there for Downing. But here comes Garrison to the bottom. Big run over 4. He'll draw even here with 11 laps to go. Garrison to the bottom, trying to make it work for that number 8 machine. He's on the inside. David Duke has moved to third. Garrison to the race lead. Good job for Garrison. He'll grab the race lead. Now David Duke trying to close the gap from third. Duke just a little bit behind these guys trying to pick up the draft. Coming to 10 laps to go this time by. In to go this time by at Auto Club Speedway. Garrison, your race leader. Garrison hanging on. 10 laps to go. Can that number 8 machine hang on for the win here tonight? What about it? Can Downing get back up there to him? With the lead changes on the night so far. And 10 laps to go. And right now, Garrison in front of Downing. Gap right now, 0.2 of a second. Now 9 laps to go, gap maintaining up in front, but who is closing in? It's going to be David Duke closing in on the front 2 right now. Just a little ways behind the both of them. Man, hurt Garrison having to go to the bottom of that lap car there. Down the back straightaway right now. Garrison trying to pull away right now. You can see right behind them. It's 0.2 of a second. Right there's first to second, 8 to go. David Duke trying to close in from third. It's a 3-car show up front right now. On board with David Duke, you see the distance. 8 laps to go. Duke really, oh, Duke makes a mistake. He clipped the apron, got the car sideways. That cost him some time. Race leaders out there in front of him. See Downing trying to run down Garrison. And it's so close. Good run into the corner for Downing. These guys got to hit their marks each and every lap on board with Downing. Closing the gap here. 7 to go. As you see right now, that's the battle up front. Downing and Garrison. David Duke running into problems. He's dropping back. Did Duke get into the outside wall? May have. They're going to cost him some momentum. Down the back straightaway, that's the battle for third now between Taylor Gentry, David Duke. So that's going to take them out of it now, racing side by side here for third. Meanwhile, up front, Garrison trying desperately to hang on. In that number 8, he's going to pull a bit a little bit away from Downing. Down the front straightaway again, 6 laps to go this time by. 6 to go at the stripe. Here we go, Downing, 0.4 of a second the gap right now. Derek M. Garrison out in front. Right now, Garrison hanging on to the race lead. 5 to go. David Duke, Bill Stringfellow, grabbing a P number 3 right now. Battling it out with David Duke. Nice little battle for 3rd. Great battle right now for P3 with 5 laps to go. Not missing anything out front. Coming to 4 to go this time by. Side by side for a top 3 run. David Duke alongside Bill. Duke will get pulled ahead a little bit. Down the back straightaway they come. Duke would edge out to 3rd. Garrison out in front. 0.6 of a second behind him is Downing. Downing, good job hanging on. 4 laps to go. Garrison out front. 4 laps to go. The NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series coming to a close here tonight at Auto Club Speedway with just 4 laps to go. Garrison out in front with a pretty good little lead right now down the back straightaway. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, I think he's got it well in hand. And we take a look at some of the guys that's led laps here tonight. Garrison's led 21. I think Downing will secure the most laps led at 36 if nothing changes here. Again, right now up in front, Garrison, Downing, and then a battle back there between 3 cars for 3rd. Best battle on the racetrack right now. 53 getting a little high here. He'll have to lift off the gas. That's Gentry trying to make a run at it from 5th. Side by side behind them. Be a melee of cars back here. And that's the one thing, man. It's rewind here. Your race leader just wants to see this thing go green, right? Doesn't want to see any chaos. With 3 laps to go. Cars spread out around the racetrack, 2 laps to go. Gap up front, 1.2 seconds. Great racing back here behind them. That's the 2 to the bottom of the 6 of Justin. Easy contact. Oh no. The 2 out of shape, the 6 out of shape. They gather it up. And that is not what your race leader wants to see. He just wants to make it back to the white flag at this point. As we got cars all over the place back here. Here comes Thomas. Brandon Thomas. The 9 and the 2 really close. Big run here coming out of turn number 4. Your race leader will receive the white flag. You'll see it right here. We're going to hop back to this battle as they work their way into turn 1 and 2. That's the 9 and the 6 going at it. Great racing around the 10th spot right now. 1 lap to go. Brandon Thomas back there again up front, nothing going on. Down out of turn number 2. This gaggle of cars headed for 3 and 4. Big moves headed to 3 and 4 here. Right now, Garrison hanging on. He'll come by to get the win. Pushing and shoving back here. Smoke Garrison, the 7 around. Big trouble for the 7 of Duke involved. Big trouble front straight away. David Duke in the grass. It's going to cost him a top 3 finish. He'll be scored in 5th. What in the world happened? We'll go back and we'll take a look here. David Duke. What happened here? Downing got into the outside wall, was running 2nd. Downing gets in the wall. nowhere to go. Goes to the bottom and gets clipped. Takes them both out of a top 3 spot. Downing ends up 4th. Duke ends up 5th. Tyler Gentry gets that spot. We're also going to go back and look at that race off of turn 4 for 9th, 10th, and 11th. Man. Crazy end of this one. Here at Auto Club. I think it's down 2 or 3 wide behind them. Thomas got turned around. What happened there with Thomas coming to the checkered? Carnage coming to the checkered flag. Thomas tries to get under the 6. And the 6 gets in the fence down into Thomas. And that's what caused that incident. But Carnage coming to the checkered. But nevertheless, Derek M. Garrison gets the win here tonight at Auto Club. Congratulations to Derek. What a race here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. Let's get a word with your race winner after leading 25 laps here tonight. Well, we'll see if we get hold of Mr. Garrison. Yeah, Mr. Garrison, Matt in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Doing good, buddy. Good job. Hanging on with 25 laps here tonight on your way to a win here this evening.
Oh, yeah, man. Feels good to win.
Well, buddy, I don't know about it, but if you know or not, but you got mighty lucky not getting a caution. There was tons of racing back in the pack, man. How much were you hoping not to see a yellow there?
Well, I still had an extra set of tires in the pit, so I probably would have stayed out because a bunch of guys, I think it was out of tires. But either way, we was going to get the dub. I was concentrated on getting it, so yeah.
Well, all I got to say before I let you go and let you thank everybody is drugs are bad, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for buddy, you got anybody like to thank?
Got to thank both my teammates, Eric Garrison and Steve Woodward. They practiced a bunch this week, and we come up with a good game plan, and we exceeded.
And for man, good job, buddy. Congratulations on the win, Mr. Garrison.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the broadcast, staying up late at night, doing all this for us, and thank you for the UiL ButtKicker series for putting on the great shows.
And for buddy, we'll go celebrate, my man.
All right, we're gonna have a few beers tonight.
And for buddy, go have fun. All right, we will grab P number 2. Let's see if we can get a hold of Bill here. Get a run for Bill coming home second. Hey, Bill, Matt in the booth, got a copy?
Hello?
Hey, Bill, Matt in the booth, got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Going good, buddy. Will you come through the carnage here at the very end to come home second? Good run.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was interesting there at the end. Those guys got together. I'll take the easy second though.
Well, good points tonight coming on P2. You had a strong run. You led 9 laps here tonight. Pretty strong race car.
Yeah, it was fun. I got caught up in that wreck around lap 58, I think. Before that, though, we were running up front the whole race. It was a good race. It was fun.
Well, again, man, congratulations on second. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Actually, I'd like to thank the Dakota Camper. He's the one that got me into this league and told me he wanted me in, so he helped me get in here. And I'd like to say thank you to him. It was definitely a fun race.
Well, man, great race out there tonight. Good job bringing her home second here.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, there's your P2 car. Good run here tonight. And let me see if we can get third up in the booth with us. Taylor Gentry. Where is Taylor? Let's see if we got him. There he is, that number 53 machine at Taylor. Hey, Mr. Gentry, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Third place here tonight. Made it through the carnage off of turn 4, coming home third.
Yeah, got lucky in a way, but hated to see one of my teammates not get second. I mean, we were kind of working together through the whole race, but I mean, yeah, it was a fun race, man.
Well, it was a fun race to watch up here tonight as well. You think you learned anything here tonight out of the club to carry out through the rest of the season?
Maybe. It's still, I'm still kind of new with these cup cars. They are very draft dependent, and that's something I'm really not used to. So I'm having to learn as I go. And I think for a mile and a half, I've kind of figured something out. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait till the next race and see.
10-4, buddy. We'll see you next week in Atlanta. Anybody like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Pat Contractors, FEG PCs. Nick Van done a great job on the paint work for me, and just all the guys who put this series on. It's a lot of fun, and glad to be a part of it.
Alrighty, man. We'll see you next week, my friend.
All right.
Alrighty, folks. That's going to do it here tonight. NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series here from Auto Club. We'll see you next Saturday night as we roll into Atlanta. See if we can go 3 for 3 different winners on the season. Till then, everyone stay safe. God bless and have a great night.